Hi, I'm Hazel. I'm going to read for a few minutes from my new manuscript. It's called What's Not the Same as a Purchase. It's about violence. I'm writing about violence, in particular the violence of whiteness. I'm writing about race and the need for what I'm calling an epistemic rupture to occur in order for that violence, white violence, to be spoken and heard, with the emphasis being on heard. So I'll read just for a few minutes from the first section where I catch myself, my own habits of not hearing in conversation with veterans at an old military site. So that I'll start reading from that section. This view, uncomfortable, a verge, Marin Headlands, military batteries, Northern California. I meet Derek, Cal graduate, former intelligence sergeant, U.S. Army Special Forces, on the side of the road. One of his group is carrying a pole with an American flag. I'm afraid, have arranged my anti-war values to be clean and orderly. But violence is present anyway. For company, I turn the car around, park, and approach a woman in the group. She directs me to him. By habit, my attention shuttles as the view is coming and going with the fog. Here it is, I am, and the air is warm, and now cold and gone, and here again, out across the water to the Golden Gate Bridge, an effort at attachment. Best of all, to see a boat out there, a secondary refuge, and to know already what here looks like from there. Vision patching together, a security blanket. These headlands either side of the bridge formed a choke point, Derek tells me. Battery 129, where I stop each time I visit my writing studio at Headlands Center for the Arts, was built to destroy humans, he says. But once you are in combat and you kill or a friend is killed, nothing is any more black and white. It's demanding on a person to contemplate these things. I don't know why, but I can't talk or talk well enough about the magnitude of what we faced, he says. In conditioned deafness, I photograph the light on rusted iron and stage nature texturally in relation to the gun pits, flirting with volume and the scaled-up vocabulary of war. Others do it using the site for fashion photo shoots. One day, the tunnels in Hilltop are converted into a set for Terminator Genesis, where Arnold Schwarzenegger will save the United States from evil, and the black paint is washed off the tunnels the next morning. I am mapping muteness with fragments, not articulating the full catastrophe of silences, diffusion, repeating, distance. An internet search tells me Derek's a specialist in analyzing body language and speech patterns. I like him and ask him to decode mine. You're genuine, he says, or your speech suggests you are. The school children with their hoods up and sand shovels heading to Kirby Cove below Battery Spencer will know forever the weight and coldness of wet sand, as somatic and cognitive experiences of measure, inside and out, agreeing. At the same time, the blue-eyed grass in its spring consideration of emergence, a dynamic measuring of light happening in its leaf pigment, interacting with what scientists are calling florigen, a thing they don't know, with two forms, one stable and the other converting into the other at night. It's probably not one thing, moves from the leaf to each flower bud to nudge it, or it doesn't. Whereas violence spreads distortions between systems, the head becomes uncanny in the face of it. And the last page I'll read. My caring is present and absent, a standoff against what I allow to touch or not touch my skin. I dominate what can reach me. I can disallow hearing to keep inside and outside separate and not stir the peripheral sensations. A body offline, locked against disturbance. making for a volatile consciousness, trains of action cut short, a confused text, and yet seemingly a necessary text, to associate feeling with response by writing something on paper. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. Bye.